The Fred Jackson Show on WBBZ-TV. Sponsored by Buffalo Wine and Brew. Transit Road, Depew. Brew beer, make wine. The Buffalo Roadhouse Grill. Niagara Falls Boulevard near the 290, where the Buffalonians roam. Duville College. Educating for life. On the Rocks Liquor. Discount Liquors, Bailey Avenue, Buffalo. And Reimer Heating and Air Conditioning with the Wizard of Comfort and your hometown comfort professionals. Now, from the WBBZ-TV studio at the Eastern Hills Mall, it's time for the Fred Jackson Show with running back Fred Jackson and co-host Bob Krasinski.
And welcome to the Fred Jackson Show. Big night, big news. We have the captain of the Buffalo Bills, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Fred Jackson with us. And our very special guest tonight, running back C.J. Spiller's on the show with us. And of course we have from 97 Rocks, DJ Dave Jixter. And Mr. Social Media, Brad Gelber will be taking your questions from Twitter and Facebook, so send those in right now. Fred, I know you love doing the show. I know you hate doing it on nights when there's big stories breaking just before the show. And literally we had reporters coming in. They wanted to talk to you. Everybody wants to know your sentiments about the change in quarterback today. Kyle Horton taking over as the starting quarterback for E.J. Manuel. First off, shocked by the news, surprised by the news, or is it just part of the game?
Well, I think it's kind of a combination of all of it. You're shocked. You know, he's gotten us off to a 2-2 start. But, you know, it's a dog-eat-dog league. You know, you got to be able to make plays on a consistent basis. And if not, you know, you got to try and figure out what you can do to get that done. And, you know, it's on us as players to go out and make this the right decision. You know, for a guy like myself and CJ, we got to be able to run the ball effectively and take a lot of pressure off of Kyle. And if we can do that, you know, it'll make his job a lot easier.
You know, you had EJ on the show last year. Very personable young man, from all accounts a very nice guy, a good guy. He's been put in a tough position now because nobody wants to have that starting position taken away from him, especially as a first-round draft pick. How do you think, have you talked to him, have you even had a chance to talk to him, and how do you think he'll respond to this? Well,
you know, knowing EJ and the type of player he is, the type of person he is, I think he's just going to be motivated. It's not a situation you want to be in by any means. And when you have something taken from you and basically you didn't get the job done, what you want to do is come back and use that and face that adversity with everything you got. And I can see him doing that. You know, he's a guy that wants to be the guy. He wants to be better. He wants to do what he can to get this team turned around. And right now what it means for him is to get better as a person, as an athlete, and he'll hit that and attack it head on.
You've already touched on it. He wasn't alone yesterday. I know the offensive line had some problems. The receivers had some problems, some drop balls, some things happened in that game. To me, the turning point, obviously not, you don't have to be a genius to figure this one out, but J.J. Watt with the interception, that's a 14-point swing in that game.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that's hard to come back from. E.J., you know, got hit 15 times yesterday. We watched it in film. And anytime you're getting hit and you have to move your feet, you're not going to be accurate. You're going to be, you know, errant with some of the throws that you make. And he got hit a lot yesterday, you know, and he still was able to make some plays for us. And we got to be better as an offensive unit. We got to run the ball, you know, when our number's called. We didn't run the ball as many times as we would like, but it's on us to take advantage of the ones we do get called. We had some drops. You know, we got to be able to make some catches. Even if they're tough catches, we got to make them for our quarterback, and we didn't get that job done yesterday.
You made a valiant effort to try to catch Watt from behind, you know, as you're watching on the screen. Maybe if you weren't the oldest running back in the NFL, you might have caught him. Again, they said that yesterday about 15 times. That's just a play when you see it happen. I mean, I know you try to get back into it. I guess you got to make the effort.
Yeah.
You thought that was funny, didn't you?
It's not the first time I heard that today. So, and I'm sure CJ will say something about it when he comes up here. But that was the first thing that when we saw it in film today that all the guys said. They said, look at Fred's old butt chasing, Watt down. If he was a little younger, he might have caught him. I said if I was CJ, I would have caught him. So
you would have caught him.
You just got to make the effort.
All right, quickly, what does Orton bring to the table for this game against Detroit?
A guy who's seen a lot, and he's a guy that's going to be able to recognize defenses. He's been in a lot of different systems, so he's going to know what he has to do, what plays have to be, called for us to make plays down the field, and hopefully he can get the job done for us.
Okay, stay tuned, sit tight. C.J. Spiller next on the Fred Jackson Show right after this.